I'll start with a couple people and ask, what was your favorite week? And either like the most beneficial thing you learned, or, like something you really liked that you learned. So I'm going to randomly pick on Daniel, if you want to start us off.
I actually really liked last week when Sally was speaking. I got a lot of good stuff in about credit and especially those slides that were sent with the email, the recap email, and I went through them kind of on my own. But also I really like the civic engagement stuff that we did, just kind of like how to reach out, how to find out about my like local leadership all the way to like the state level senators and stuff like that because getting involved and trying to like have my voice heard for problems in like my city and whatnot, and just reaching out and trying to like, just I don't know, get heard or whatever. It's just something I never really looked into before. So and it's something I want to do. And so that was really beneficial for me. Um I mean like a bigger level, just like I save all the recaps. I have like a special folder in my email, and I learned something pretty much from like every week, and just having all of those emails and all of the resources, the links to all the resources available to me, that's just huge. And I'm really grateful to be a part of it, of Partakers, and thank you for having me.
So yeah, me obviously. My favorite week, I think the 2 weeks I like was like the education week and the employment week, only because not only because the employment week, like we had like a bunch of like it wasn't just like, oh, you get a job, like, this is how you get a job, this is how you write your resume. Like, yes, we like went through that, but also like we had like information about like apprenticeships, like, because not everyone wants like a 9 to 5. We had like different kinds of jobs and stuff like that. And then the education, because I want to continue further my education, and like we learned how, like, the community colleges, like how what we partner with and stuff like that. Um yeah, that stuff was helpful for me. Like I said, when I was in Framingham, I worked in education, so I had some of the information, but to get like hard copies and actually see like, okay, this is how much it would cost you to get your bachelor's, this is how much it would cost you master's, and so on and so forth, to kind of just like try to plan for myself. Okay, well, this is what I could afford, this is what, oh, this community college will not free, like, just try to like get the whole picture and then make a decision from there.
I like the second week because I originally came to Partakes to help me learn computers. I'm a writer, so I wanted to learn more about how to, screen save, research, and from the second week, my mentors downloaded or gave me the what do you call it? A text, the download email, the download handbook about my computer, and the programs I've had on it. So with the Partakers handbook and that handbook, I've been able to circumnavigate this computer fairly well now, you know. So that was one. The second one was what was the other one I liked? I think it was probably career goals. It was with the financial thing because I was up in the air. I called myself retiring from the prison rights movement, and I really haven't. And so my mentors have been convincing me to carry on, and they've helped me a lot. They've helped me. Uh, they talk to me about everything. We're basically the same age, so there's no generational gap there as far as communication is concerned. So I greatly appreciated them. Um, that's about it for me. Like I mentioned at the beginning, um, people from New York have gotten in touch with me. They want to do a film and a article, a large article on the reform movement in the state back in the '70s, which I was an integral part of and written 6 books about. So I'm definitely going to include Partakers as the 360. you know, what it was like back then and what it is now. There's a lot of people out there trying to help us, and I greatly appreciate you all and everything you've done for me, as well as those who've come before me, because I probably know all of them, the men anyway. And I greatly appreciate you all. Thank you.
It's a happy day. My name is Roberto. I mean, I don't have a specific week to tell you the truth because like every week it was unique. You know, I learned every week something new about each one of you guys. You know, one major thing that I do got out of it is that a lot of people still got that stigma about like stereotyping individuals. And if any of these mentors and facilitators wouldn't say that been they were being convicted for many years, I wouldn't even guess. So um, that's to me that's like wow, like it shouldn't define like the guy said earlier, that's just who we were. And to see them in here, you know what I mean? Like giving these classes and I was watching the movement thing. I was watching that in the news this morning about the courage check. And I learned that, I have no excuses when I'm done with this sentence to seek out help. There is out there. I just got to get my lazy butt up and, and look for it because it's out there.
How's it going? I'm Lewis. Um, I don't know the specific week it was, but it was the week when everybody was doing their elevator pitch. I like that one because I just like the fact how people were like, you know what I mean, how they were able to like promote themselves and you know what I mean, say what they were good at and stuff like that. That was pretty cool to like hear. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't really know what they're really good at, so when they can just come up with it on the fly, you know what I mean? That's kind of cool. I kind of admire that a little bit. And yeah, I really like this program too. This program was interesting, meeting different people from all walks of life, even though we all got a common ground we stand on, you know what I mean, the incarceration part. But it was cool to meet the older side and the younger side and some of the fellas, you know what I mean, I already know personally. So yeah, I mean, it was a cool experience, man. I definitely recommend it for anyone else who's interested.
How y'all doing? So yeah, man, like Roberto said, every week was pretty much unique, and I gained a lot from every class. But my favorite week that stuck out, was probably when I'm horrible with names, but the lady that spoke about the finances and when we talked about credit and all of that stuff, that was a real informative class for me. A lot of things I need to work on with that. So that class kind of stood out and got my attention before we even had it, knowing that we were going into that. But besides that, just like everybody else said, meeting everybody was real cool. It's not a lot of chances that I get to be around, people from all walks of life like this. So that was very cool and I appreciate everything. It was fun being here.
I think my favorite week was when we talked about the different types of like school and different types of learning that Charles led. Um, I think that was the week that I like engaged the most and really got like different perspectives of like what everybody thought. I think it was like for me personally like one of the more interesting weeks. Um, I think the most beneficial thing that I've gained from PEP is definitely like some of the links that we've gotten like after like in the follow-up emails, especially the ones that like teach like this is how you can do that, or like I know there was some like law ones or business stuff and those caught my interest and I definitely looked into those. um and I definitely think it's good that we get like the little notes afterwards so we can always look back. um but I think that's where I'm at.
I my favorite week was I don't know. It's I like every week.
My favorite week, I'm going to be honest, was the credit. Um, I believe I started following that little template and really, really taking it serious and implementing into my weekly, biweekly finances into getting myself and monitoring my credit. And I even sent it to my sister, my son, my nephew. So I think it's just an amazing thing. And I love that was one of the key things. Not that I didn't enjoy everything because I learned something every week I got on, I did. And it's just pleasure being with so many different people from different backgrounds, circumstances, situations, and to see all of us come together under one common thing, and that's just to better our lives and learn and grow. And to have you guys, I think that's just amazing. This program has really like perked me up and helped me towards my goal of going back to school at Roxbury Community College to get my criminal justice degree. So I'm just like super psyched. And I want to thank you guys for that. That means a lot to me.
I can't say I had one favorite week specifically because they were all great. There was new information every week. There were things being told from a different perspective. People telling their stories, their anecdotes. It always gave insight to different situations. So it was all amazing. Something that stood out to me. I mean, learn how to use the different like Google Drive and to open up different documents and yeah, use that to our advantage. It's good for me.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Also, thank you particularly for the people who are reading the emails. That just makes me feel good. So now I am going to pass the torch over to Dawood so he can introduce our class speaker as the person who was our class speaker in the last cohort. So Dawood, if you want to take it over.
Students of the cohorts, you choose who you want to represent you, who you think will represent you in the best way and speak in your behalf of the experiences and the drives that you got from Partakers. With that said, Miss Latanya, I couldn't get the drum roll, but you're on.
And thank you, Mr. DeWood. I appreciate it. First I want to say hello, good evening. And congratulations to all of my cohorts, those graduating out of this program today. Wow. First, I would like to thank those that voted for me. So thank you guys for voting me for your graduation speaker. I'm truly honored with that. Being said, I want to give my thanks and appreciation also to a few special people that brought me to this point and who have helped guide me and being super supportive. First up, I want to thank Mr. Author for introducing me to the program. Stacy Borden for New Beginnings. Reentry Services, she literally saved my life. I do want to thank her. My mentors, Ellie and Laura, amazing women, amazing, amazing women. Their support. There's just call them and if I just want to scream, I could call them. So that's big for me. They're there anytime I need them. That's an amazing thing because with all this going on in the world today, you don't have a lot of that. You don't have someone that you can just, without them being family or related, or you know what I mean? You don't have that one person that you can meet to say, oh, I can give them a call, even if it's just to listen to me cry, or anything like that. That means a lot to me having them for my mentors. And in particular, I do want to send my love to Laura, Kim, Nima. I don't know everybody's name. I'm trying to remember everybody's name, who've been a big support. Miss Liz, thank you guys so much for this program and this opportunity. For such a long time, I lost my voice. Being a survivor of domestic violence. And that's how I ended up back here. And I think it was meant to be because it sparked my drive again. It gave me back my voice. Helping my brother's fight for his organization, No Integrity, No Justice, Free the Wrongfully Convicted, and getting him home. The train is moving with that. So I'm super psyched about that. Anyone that's in the cohorts or in part of Partakers that knows about his program, thank you for your support. Continue to be supportive. I have t-shirts. I'm doing it all to make sure that we get him home soon. He does not meet that 30-year mark behind MCI Norfolk Walls. Also, my experience. One more person, I'm sorry. Angelina Jefferson. I met her when I first got to New Beginnings, and she did nothing but welcome me with open arms. She became anything I needed to pray, talk, anything, she was there. And I want to thank her. I love her. And I'm going to be calling on you even though after all of this, I'm still going to be calling on you. So thank you for that. Moving forward, my experience with PEP has been amazing and a most beautiful and appreciated time. Just getting the chance to understand how you guys are feeling disproportionately incarcerated, how they are, just learning so much of not, really being in that kind of situation for a long time, but just to listen to you guys, and you guys give me drive. You push me to fight, keep fighting for my brother, because there are days that I wanted to just give up. With being a part of Partakers gave me a sense of belonging, sense of support, appreciation, and I do appreciate that from all of you. It has renewed my faith in myself, and restored my voice to a full octave where I can be heard, and I'm going to continue to be heard. I had lost my voice, as I stated, for a while, due to being taken away, being in a very bad situation. By the grace of God, I survived it, and that's why I'm here. Also, I want to my biggest takeaway, for me, my biggest takeaway from this is the resources and the connections that are going to go with me as I move further into my future and making big changes. And just to know that the strength I get from each and every one of you, it just refuels my energy. It keeps me going. Let me know that I can do it. I will do it, and nothing's going to stop me from accomplishing what I want to accomplish. Fighting this fight with my brother, for no integrity, no justice. I also want to open a community center, not just your average community center, but a community center that's combined with an after-school program, a music studio, and a dance studio, all in one building. What it does, we're going to bring kids in. I want the kids to come in, because today music and dance seems to be big for them. So we want to catch them where we can get them, and bring them into that. Let them know that there's other alternatives than gangs, drugs, and gun violence. So I think that that's one of my big things. I'm going to be starting that March next year as well for myself. That's my goal. And working on names now, try to figure it out. And Partakers, I owe it all to you guys. You guys sparked the flame that will continue to burn in me to be better, do better, fight for my community. Don't do so much talking, but showing more. You know what I mean? Because everybody likes to talk, but put all that talking to action. Start putting it into the movement. Start really getting myself out there to push Partakers. Anybody who wants to be involved in the Partakers, do it. I 100% tell you to get involved. It is going to change your way of thinking, your life, your goals. It's going to kind of put a softer blow to everything that you've been through. So my advice to everybody, like I always tell the girls in the house, get you straight. You know what I'm saying? This being in this house or being with this program is helping you get to the next level where you can look back and say, I did that. I've completed that. I did that when they told me that I couldn't. And to see, even just in the 13 weeks we were together, to see the difference in everybody's energy from the first meeting up until today, it just keeps my drive going. Because I'm going to admit, last week was not a very good week, but being a part and coming on Partakers and listening to everyone and getting that emotional support, telling me that I can do it, I will do it, I'm going to do it, it makes a big difference. And I think that's something that we all can carry with us from this program, and to just keep it alive. Don't let it falter. Don't let it go. Because too many times we as a community stop. We just let things fall. We don't keep it in our hands and keep running with it. I don't care how it hurts. We have a tendency to let it drop. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just not going to do that anymore. And this program has given me the push and confidence to know that I can get it done. Also want to just thank a few people out there. Charles, I want to thank you. I love listening to you. You made a lot of key points listening, and I appreciate that. Just seeing your drive and listening to you, it's amazing.
Thank you so
Lorianne
much.
as well. I love hearing you talk. Keep doing what you guys are doing because I need that. Because that means I'm starting from scratch with everything. So I'm trying to get to where you guys have accomplished certain things. So any suggestions, support, just a listening ear or a voice like, girl, you got this. You know, you can get this done. I'm gonna take it. So I'm planning on keeping in touch um, and reaching out to whoever wants, you know, willing to just work together to build our community. When I say our community, I'm talking about everybody in this group, our community, the human community. We have to make the changes and we have to get it done now. Next year is going to set a whole precedent for a lot of things. So we have to be ready when that ball drops and that train stop running. We have to be on that train. Don't get off because it's going to have its bumpy rides. It's going to have its craziness. But please, whatever you do, I pray for each and every one of you to take this with you. Do not stop trying to accomplish and be the better you that you know you can be in life. Never stop. Don't let nobody tell you differently. I don't care if it's family, friends, because family can be crazy. I don't care if it's your family, your friends, or foe. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot accomplish when you put your mind to it. Because I had for so long being in an abusive relationship, someone tell me I was nothing. I was worthless. I was not gonna have, have anything. And I started to believe that. And looking at me today, a lot of people wouldn't have known that. But I started to believe, started to take away. Don't let anybody do that. I don't care if they say they love you. If they love you, they're going to love you through it. They're not going to falter. They're not going to sway. They're going to stand strong with you and they're going to love you through it. Those are the people that you take with you. All that extra stuff in the back, leave them behind because they're in your past for a reason. Move forward. Grasp every positive opportunity that is presented to you and run with it because that's what I'm going to do. So I'm learning to lead by example, walk it like I talk it, and do less talking and more action. So next year, you guys are going to see a lot of me. I'm going to make it to the State House. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do what I have to do. That being said, I don't know if my 10 minutes are up. I don't know. I think I still got some time. But I just, I just think that in life, it is precious. It is so precious. Every day in the news, we see people losing their lives for whatever reason. They're losing their lives. I stopped watching the news. So when I get into programs like this where there's so much positive energy and it's alive, I want to suck it up for all it's worth and take it with me throughout my day, throughout my week, throughout my year. Because we have to know that our past makes us the people we are today. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I know a lot of people are ashamed of that, but that's a lesson learned in life. You're past that. So that's an accomplishment. There's nothing wrong with you being incarcerated. There's nothing wrong with you being in a bad situation. You're past that now. You're moving forward. So keep that in mind that your past built you to the person that you are today. You're stronger, you're wiser, and you just ain't gonna take no sorrow. Don't let people take that away from you. You keep that toughness, but you channel it in a different way. So with that being said, I don't know if I have much time, but thank you guys. I love, love, love this Partakers group. All of you, keep doing what you're doing. We need you guys. I need it, and I got it. So I'm sucking it all in right now. I'm not letting it go. So I'm gonna walk away with Liz and Kim and DeWood and Charles and Lori and even Yami, Angie. All those people are gonna walk with me because I'm gonna hold you close now. Because now you mean something to me. You brought something back to me that I lost. And I can only be thankful, grateful, and appreciative of that. So with that being said, congratulations to all my cohorts on our big day. Happy graduation. did it. We did it. We did it. And to be honest, I was so afraid to start this course. I really was. And then once I got into it, my confidence just grew. So thank you guys for that, making me feel, wow, we all in this together. You know, it's not just you. And I appreciated that. So with that being said, congratulations to my graduates. Thank you guys, all our mentors, all the pep squad. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. I will definitely be bringing people to this and making it aware, even in my soon to be community center / dance and music center. I'm going to be doing that. So just like look out for me because I'm going to be checking for all of you and what you're doing. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much for those kind and beautiful, inspiring words, Ms. Latanya. You've been such a light in every class. You know, you've brought so much to the table. We've learned so much from you. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move to the presentation of the certificates. And so Ada's gonna screen share. And I'm gonna say everyone's name, and we encourage everyone to come off mute and cheer and clap as we say each student's name. All right, so the first one to walk across the stage is Miss Latanya Brown Seymour.
Thank you. Thank you.
Way to go,
I would like to thank all the little
Latanya.
people. I would like to thank all the little
Live from
people.
outer space.
Next is Kim Hyun.
Yay!
Good job, guys.
And Miss Stephanie Locke.
Stephanie, yay!
Yay,
Whoa.
Stephanie.
Congratulations.
And Miss
Yummy.
Yamali Mathurin.
Yummy.
You did it.
And Miss Lorianne Martinez.
Yes.
Yay,
Go ahead,
Lorianne.
girl.
We have Siraj Abdulner.
Yes.
Right.
Mr. Ralph Ham.
Okay then.
Got James Stiegel.
Yay. Congratulations.
Way to go.
Guy Velez.
Hey, guy. Woo woo.
Daniel Comstock.
Daniel.
Louise Mercer Torres.
Good job. Good job.
Bravo.
Okay, good job, man.
Mr. Roberto Santiago.
Good job, Roberto. Good job. Salute yourself.
We got Santiago Torres.
Yeah.
Santiago.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
And then thanks to our amazing TAs, Mr. Dawood Abdul Basir.
Go ahead, Dawood. Dawood, you did your thing, baby.
And Mr. Charles Rosario.
All right, Charles. Charles. Okay, then.
And our amazing women's empowerment teaching assistant, Angela.
Good job,
And
So again, thank you to everyone who's participated and our amazing TAs, participants, facilitators. I always leave here, my cheeks are hurting with the smile on my face. So I'm going to next open it up to everyone to start talking. If the facilitators want to say anything or the TAs, mentors, students, anything like that, just giving time for well wishes.
I would like to start. I just want to say thank you for this amazing opportunity because at one point I was in a cohort. Now I am a TA for the cohorts, and I am just, oh my goodness, I don't want to start crying, but I just feel so blessed to have this opportunity and be with all of you all. And, oh my God, I never imagined like my life being the way that it is right now. I don't have a bad life. I don't have a perfect life, but I have a damn good life right now. And I am just in such a good place. And like Tanya said, I'm not going to let nothing or no one take that from me. I'm going to hold on to it and do everything that I can do to better myself, you know, for the upcoming year, more knowledge and more wisdom on every single thing. I am just going to be a better version of me. I mean, I'm already good, but I'm going to be a better version. He did right. I'm going to be a better version of me, and I am going to just put myself out there more next year because I just feel like I don't have anything holding me back now. So, like Tanya, watch out, world, because here I come.
So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be kind of quick. First, Latanya, you're right. I got my voice. I got my voice through Partakers. And Partakers empowered me to find me and to excel at a level that I thought I couldn't achieve. And yes, Daniel, by keeping all those extra files, I used to go back and study them. Why am I saying this? Because Robert said something today about at the State House about them trying to shut down Corey. And today I was at the courthouse trying to seal part of my Corey. So I was sitting out in the waiting room, just sitting there waiting to go in. And this guy comes up to me, says, "Hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I'm the DA. I said, "Okay." He said, "I'm here to oppose you." I said, "Okay." And he looked at me. I said, "Okay." I didn't go through chair. I said, "Okay, fine." He said, "Fine." I said, "Yeah, that's your job, right?" He said, "Can I sit down?" He said, "Can I sit down?" I said, who's stopping you?" So he sat down and started talking to me about why he was opposing. And as he was talking, I said, "So let me get this right. You're telling me, because here's my voice and here's what Partakers helped me do. So you're telling me that you don't want me to advance. You want me to go forward. You want me to have problems that I'm dealing with now. And you're challenging something that was dismissed." And he said, "Yeah, that's what they're making me do." And I got quiet. And he said, "You know what? When I go in there, I'm going to tell the judge, no contest, no prejudice." And I before I would have kept quiet. I would have said nothing, but because civil engagement, finding my voice, I said, "Excuse me." And he told me his name, Mr. Donahue. "Why are you saying that?" And he broke it. He said, "Listen," he said, "I like what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're doing a lot of things, but I got to do what I got to do. But I'm going to tell the judge, you can come back." He said, if she denies it." So I stood before the judge. Here's somebody who would never talk. Thank you, Partakers. Thank you, civil engagement. Thank you for all the people that told me, like Latanya said, you have a voice. When I stopped talk to the judge was like, "Yo, I like what listen, I hear the DA, you know, I'm gonna take some advice with Mr. Basia. Look out in a couple weeks for my answer." She could deny it. But the fact was, I didn't feel scared, intimidated, or anything. I felt empowered. The fact that Partakers taught me, here's your voice, stand up, engage civilly, be smart, use what you learned, and make a difference. Thank you, Partakers.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone here, the TAs and the students, you guys. I don't know, this is my second cohort and I really feel like I can't express in words how much I love doing this, and I've loved learning from you every week and how thankful I am that you're very patient and very kind, even if I might be over technology stuff and breakout rooms and I might mess up. You guys always seem engaged and you're very patient. Yeah, and just I don't know, I'm just so impressed every single week by all that you guys do and accomplish and just like the incredible people that you all are. So I'm so grateful to have had this experience again. And I also love our little TA group. I'm really gonna miss us all being together next cohort, but you guys are fun. You always make me laugh and you're very great at what you do. And yeah, so thanks.
I want to say that I had a hell of a time doing this as a TA and doing it as part of the first cohort. Like, it was very informative. I learned a lot, but I also learned a lot being a TA as well. You guys taught me a lot of just like, you know, how to better help somebody. You know what I mean? That's a very useful skill. Like, that's something that, you know, I'm used to, like, you know, having somebody help me, but being in the position to be able to help somebody else did a lot for me and my confidence as well. So Latanya, I want to thank you for your words. Cassie, I see you again on here, you know, my partaker. You know, it started as, you know, part of my first cohort. You were my mentor, and you still remain not just my mentor, but a friend in life. So like this program has given me so much. I'm proud of every one of you guys that have gone through this. You know, continue the journey. Learning is a lifelong journey and never stops. You know, so I tip my hat to you guys for being here, for the commitment that you guys made to this program. But this doesn't stop here. This continues. This is only a seed planted. Like I want you guys to really excel and everybody to be their best version of themselves, man. And you know, that's just by continuing to learn every single day. So, you know, I can't wait to just see what you guys, you know, what you guys do with your lives as well, man. I'm honored to be a part of this.
I just want to say thank you guys so much. It was really nice being back. It's almost like coming home. When I had to, you know, I finished my course and then I was at PA and I'm like, what am I going to do on Wednesday nights? It was so ingrained. It was like, I'm going to miss this. And I do. And I'm staying involved. And I can't thank you guys enough. When I explain this program here in Western Mass, you know, the Sheriff's Department, you know, they're doing great. I'm hoping to get into another Sheriff's Department. I don't know who started this, but I can't thank you enough. And Arthur, the day I got out of prison, I met Arthur. The day I was released, 2 hours, I met Arthur. And he was mentioning people's names that I hadn't seen. And yeah, it took me by shock. And I'm like, how would he know who I am? I just got out 2 hours ago. And haven't stopped since. Best thing, somebody was looking out for me when I got out that day. March 11, 2019. So thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Roz, Liz. Ali, I just saw you. Oh my goodness. You were in I was in one of your classes that you were teaching. You guys are fabulous. And I praise it all the time. So keep doing what you're doing. And thank you.
I want to say too, really quickly, we're so proud of everybody here. I have a different association with all of you, being formerly incarcerated and having being someone that got out of prison and has aspired to do better and to help others. I love what I'm seeing and what this program has created. It's a different kind of love. It hits deep to see that the folks that are taking a larger step to do things, like Latanya, what you were saying earlier, Teacher Angie. I mean, I'm just so proud of the way this program grabs folks. Robert Loader, just to see folks that I know that are just progressing and doing great. And I love the model that we have of grabbing folks from within and having them be a part of our growth, having them become teachers assistants, having them become a part of the program, giving them a way to measure up. So I'm super proud of our students, but even more than that, of the entire community, our mentors. Look how it came together. You have mentors, you have professors, you have colleges, you have formerly incarcerated people, all coming together to make a path forward for the greater good. So I'm super psyched and super proud about where we're going forward. But most of all, thank you guys, because it took all of us. I mean, we couldn't have done this without Brandeis. Raj, you're the absolute best. You, Liz, and your staff and your team. It took a whole lot of folks to do this. So I'm super proud and thank you.
Well, I'll tell you from the mentor side, and I've heard it from so many of the people we've talked to over the different cohorts. Being able to be a part of this, being part of Partakers, has been a particular blessing. It's not necessarily big stuff that happens, but being able to be in touch with folks, watching them grow and develop and learn different things. It makes me appreciate life every day, and the energy that Latanya you showed when you were giving your speech. I mean, I'm just captivated. You know, just tell me where to show up when you're ready to do things. You know. So, anyways, I just wanted to thank the whole crew. I know that sometimes from our side, Rachel will say, "Oh, we're not doing this right. We're not doing this right." You're doing so much right. You can always continue to fine tune it, make it a little bit better, but it's so much great, and it's great for everybody that's participating in it. You know, it's a great organization. So thank you all for that.
Yeah, I just like to say I'm like every week so grateful that I get to call this a job. Um, and I love hopping on, and I think I honestly learn so much more from you guys than you get from me and my questionable screen sharing. But I appreciate all the patience, and I appreciate just all of you being willing to share of yourselves and share your knowledge every week with us, and it's such an honor. So I wish you all the best, and hopefully we can see each other soon.
Maybe I can say a few words as a mentor. This is probably my fourth cohort, and I am always amazed and impressed and overwhelmed by all of you. You know, it's hard to imagine the shoes where you have been and what you've been subject to. But when you come out and you talk about it, especially, you know, my current cohort of Ralph, when he says to me or says to us, I'm the luckiest person, it takes my breath away to hear you say that after you've described what you've been through. And I know all of you experienced that on some level. And to see you where you are today and how you take the past, and it is the past, but how you turn it around and it makes you what you are today and helps you grow to what you're going to be in the future. I'm amazed. And I say it over and over again, how much respect I have for all of you and what you've done and what you've accomplished in spite of the fact of where you've been, so to speak. So once again, I only look forward to seeing all of you make continuing progress in whatever endeavors you choose to do.
Arthur, thank you again, pal, for throwing me in there and keep me on as a teacher later. I tell you how much I love it. This is a community. It's you know so much a village. Um, Unlike Ralph did 52 years. I was in prison 48 years. I needed socialization. I can't tell you from the bottom of my heart how much this program helped me adjust, um, continue on my path that I'm doing now. It's trying to give back with the new clean slate, which would help thousands of guys and women coming out of trying to rebuild their life and continue on a good path. But for me, it's not it's community, but it's like family. I miss all you guys, you know, and when Dave told me, yeah, the graduation was tonight, I had to come on. I think this is the best program I've seen in 50 years of being, well, I wasn't in for 50, but 48 years of incarceration and seeing programs go through prison and then after. I have not run into anything better out here. Nothing. So I just want you to know how much I think the men and women that are coming out here and going through this appreciate all you do. You guys that teach, the guys that are mentors, the teachers. And I'm so, Charles, Daoud, Angie, love you still. You make me smile every time I see you. I'm telling you, your energy is unbelievable. I'm glad you guys are really involved. You're the type of people. Just everybody here is the type of person who wants to continue to grow and just enjoy life. And that's what it's about. So with that, thank you. I'm still, I'll be a PEP member for life, believe me. So thinking you guys all the time. Thanks.
David W. here.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this for a little bit. I'm blessed that I met Bob. I'm blessed that I was walking down the street in Boston after only being out 2 days, and this man named Arthur got on the phone, and he says, I know who you are. And I said, wow, I recognize your voice. And that's how it started. That's how I got involved. Here I was, 40 years in the joint, come out scared to death and walking with Bob down the street. And Arthur's telling me, he says, yeah, you got to get involved in this. He says, this is right up your alley. And that's how it happened. So one of my biggest thrills here, which I do every week here, is I solicit the program with all the new men and even the other men that are here. And I think we got like 5 or 6 of them, Arthur, in the last week or two together. I just got 2 more in the last few days, which I emailed Arthur. And I tell these guys how this program can actually change your thinking pattern. And I know everybody that's on here right now can attest to that right now. You're thinking, well, I'm just going on Zoom and I'm talking to my mentors once a week. But as Bob says, that's socialization. And that's what we were lacking in the joint. Because in the joint, you're trying to get away from everybody. You're trying to shut the door. You don't want to see anybody. But out here, once you let it out and become social and start interacting with people, listen, the world's open to you, like Bob and I do. We go to colleges any chance we get, we talk, and we try to do the best we can out here because we are thrilled to be out here every day. So I want to thank you all. I'm so happy that you guys graduated. I know you're gonna miss it, but you can always jump back in here. You guys know how to get on Zoom now and to see everybody. But yeah, it is like Bob says, it really changed my perspective out here. If I think about not having this program when I first come out, I think I would have been in a different way. So I thank you all because you all had something to do with this. Thank you very much.
And I just want to say one more thing, Mr. Arthur. Thank you. Thank you for coming into New Beginnings that day. You and Stacy don't know what you guys have done for me. So I just want to say thank you to Rachel. All of you who are part of the Partakers, thank you for building this because it literally gave me purpose and it keeps me fighting, like I said, for my brother. So thank you guys once again. Do not stop what you're doing. We wanted an overload. We can take it in abundance. Keep doing it. It's greatly appreciated. And we're so thankful and blessings to you all. Keep up the great work. Thanks.
Well, first, I want to congratulate everyone on graduating. You all worked so hard, and I'm honestly in awe of every single one of you. Like all the hard work everyone put in to show up and participate. Even though people were tired from like working all day, and we know some of the workshops might have been a bit boring, but everyone still participated and was really engaged. So we really appreciate that. And I just want to say I've learned so much from everyone, and I've been inspired by like each and every one of you in our like workshops. And honestly, like I hold the discussions that we've had really close to my heart. And even though graduating signals an end to a chapter, please stay in touch. Congrats again.
Once again, thank you. It's been quite amazing. It's been cool knowing that I keep learning. Like Charles said, we're gonna keep learning to the day that we die. And the time that I've been in this through the system now, this is a second thing that I have learned. The first one I did a group with some other guys in here too. And I met this young man. And when I met him, we didn't know about him until the day he showed up to speak. And this man is full of drive. He's happy. He was smiling, and he had some physical, impairments, if I may say. He didn't have the 2 legs, but he had the prosthetics. He had the 2 arms, but the one at the end, he didn't have the whole 5 fingers. And this young man plays most sports like anybody else. He has 2 jobs, his car, a girlfriend, his place. So I said, if he can't do that, there's no excuse for me to be on that negative thinking that, yeah, I can't do this or poor me, right? I get here to this program now with the Partakers, and we all do respect, we all do respect to all the OGs. I say that with respect, it's motivating that even though you spend, so many years in the joint, and you come out here with that energy and that drive that you want, you want to succeed and better yourself. That says a lot. Again, I learned something new. Don't matter my physical or mental impairments or my age, anything that I want to accomplish, it can be done before my time is up. Ms. Tanya, with all due respect, Ms. Obama ain't got shit on you. Sorry, my French. You saying that, and you're a force of nature. I can't say that about you, Miss, with all due respect. And hopefully I will be able to meet some of you guys when I get back out to the world, because I'm definitely going to keep the emails, and I'm definitely going to bother somebody when I get out, you know, because I would like to help. And that's the most stuff. And I thank you for that.
Thanks so much for all the kind words, and you're correct, Miss Latanya. You're always a partaker. You won't shake us off that fast, any of y'all. So we just are super excited to keep following everyone and see where they go. And have people join us again, whether that be in PEP or on Brandeis's campus, or you're singing us a song at the open mic. Can't wait for any of that, of course. Thank you again to everyone, and we really do want to keep in touch with everyone. Please keep our email. Roberto, as soon as you get out, let us know. We can't wait to connect with everyone again in the future. And everyone, have a great holidays, and hopefully I'll see you soon.